You ever come across a news story and it just kind of hits you, like right in the gut?
Yeah. Can't say that happens too often, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay, well, this one really got to me. So there's this 15-year-old girl,
Okay.
Elliston Berry from Alito, Texas,
Mm-hmm.
and can you imagine just going about your day at school like normal,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden finding out that an explicit image of you
Oh, wow.
is circulating among your classmates?
Awful.
Awful. But get this, the image is fake,
Like Photoshop?
like a deep fake,
Right.
but so real that it fooled everyone.
Oh, deep fakes. Yeah, those things are scary. I mean, that's what's really kind of terrifying about them is how fast they're getting better.
Yeah.
It used to be you had to have some real serious technical skills, to make one.
Right.
But now there are websites, even apps that make it easy. Like anyone can do it.
And that's what's so disturbing, because it's fueling this like explosion of deepfake pornography.
Yeah.
Last year alone, 460% increase.
Wow.
460%. Over 21,000 videos just appeared online.
Jeez.
It's mind-blowing. So for those listening who, maybe aren't as familiar,
Sure.
can you give us like a breakdown of how this technology actually works?
So it all starts with AI,
Yeah.
artificial intelligence, and a specific type of algorithm called a GAN,
GAN.
generative adversarial network. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around, but imagine two AIs, right?
Mhm.
And they're in this constant battle.
Okay.
One's creating these fake images, the other's trying to spot the fakes. So as they compete,
Oh.
the one that's making the fakes, it just keeps getting better and better
Right.
at churning out these super realistic results.
It's like an arms race
Exactly.
of deception.
Yeah. And in the case of Elliston, that poor girl's deep fake image was out there for 9 months.
9 months.
9 months.
That is, I can't even begin to fathom the emotional impact,
Yeah.
the shame, the feeling of violation.
Yeah, it's like a digital scarlet letter. And for kids especially, it can be devastating. Their reputation, their sense of self.
Everything.
Everything. Yeah, it's all under attack. And, this kind of brings us to this whole other can of worms.
Okay.
The legal battles that are brewing over deepfakes.
Right, because the San Francisco city attorney, they're suing 16 websites.
Exactly. Specifically ones dedicated to deepfake porn.
Wow.
And they're saying these sites have gotten over 200 million visits.
So this isn't just like a couple of bad apples.
No.
This is widespread.
Widespread, yeah.
And it's gotten the attention of lawmakers,
For
which
sure.
is
Big time.
huge. There's this thing called the Take It Down Act.
Yeah, have you heard about this?
Yeah. And it's got support from both sides, which is rare.
Yeah, you never see that anymore.
And it wants to make these social media platforms remove this content right away.
It's basically saying, hey, tech giants, you've got a responsibility here.
Yeah.
You got to protect your users from this kind of harm.
Well, speaking of these tech companies, Snap, the company behind Snapchat,
Right,
they've said they have zero tolerance for this stuff.
right.
And they have ways for people to report it.
Okay.
But then I think about Elliston Berry.
Yeah.
Her image was out there for 9 months.
No.
So what does zero tolerance really even mean
Yeah.
if it's not being enforced?
That's the million-dollar question.
Right.
We can have all the rules in the world, but if we don't have, ways to spot these things and then people to act quickly, the damage is done.
Totally.
And remember, there are at least 90 websites out there doing this. It's this constant cat and mouse game.
So it's easy to feel overwhelmed by all this.
Yeah.
We've got this AI that can create these super real fake images.
Right.
Legal battles,
Yeah.
tech companies trying to figure it out. So where does that leave us? What can we even do?
Well, I think the first thing is awareness. We got to understand how these things work and how bad the damage can be. That's step one. And then it's about taking action, being careful about what we share online, talking to our kids about the dangers,
Yeah.
and putting pressure on the people who are making and sharing this stuff.
It's like a call to action for all of us.
Yeah,
We can't just sit back and let this technology run wild.
absolutely.
So for everyone listening, here's something to think about. How do we balance this right to free speech
Yeah.
with keeping people safe from the real harm that these deepfakes can cause?
It's a tough question.
It's a question we all need to be thinking about.
For sure.